15 branches. Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji, welcome and Dandavat Pranam to all of you. We'll continue with Bhagavad Gita, the third part or third section, that is Bhakti Yoga. Today we shall take up the divine and demonic nature, and this is chapter number 16. How does it relate with chapter number 15? You can just see that in chapter number 15, we studied the inverted banyan tree, which represented the material world. It just opposite replica of real spiritual world. The real world was a spiritual world. And there were branches going up and there were branches going down. The branches going up represented higher planets. The branches going down represented lower planets. And there were living entities who were jumping from one branch to one, from lower to higher and higher to lower. And there were secondary branches which were going down deep in the earth or ground, and they represented the activities of these living entities. Then we saw that these activities, they were promoted, and this banyan tree was nourished by three modes of material nature, and it was based on the water of desires. So it was the activities that indirectly, it means that the activities of living entities were modified or were influenced by the mode of material nature. So activities here refers to qualities, basically. Now, this is what we are going to discuss here, in what qualities are good for liberation and what qualities lead to bondage in this cycle of birth and death. And those are divine qualities which lead to goodness. In a mode of goodness, they are performed in mode of goodness, and they lead to liberation. Whereas the qualities which are described here as demonic qualities, they lead to bondage in life, the cycle of life and birth and death again and again. And sometimes people take birth in material world again and again, but sometimes they degrade into a lower form of life, that is hellish planets. So this is the connection between there. It was described what is the activities which are leading to jumping from lower to higher and higher to lower branches. Now Lord Krishna is describing here what those qualities are which are influenced by the three modes of material nature, or because of association with material nature, the individual develops certain qualities which may be classified into divine as well as demoniac. And the fate, I've already mentioned, the person with divine qualities, they are elevated to higher planets, and the person with demonic qualities, they repeatedly take birth in the material world again and again, or even slide down or degrade to lower planets or hellish planets. So before we start today's prayer, today's class, let us have prayers. Somebody would like to say these prayers? Mataji, Prabhuji?
Prabhuji, may I?
Yes, please, Mataji, continue.
Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjan Salakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Om Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gora Vani Paricharine Nirivesha Sunyavadi Paschayata Desa Tarine. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासी गौरा भक्त वृंदा. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीना बंधो जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते. तप्ता कंचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदानेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिय. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So in chapter 15, as just now described, we discussed that how one can become detached from this material world, that asang shastrena dranena chitva, one has to cut this entanglement with this material world firmly by the weapon of detachment. Then Lord Krishna mentioned in second section, transmigration, how the soul transmigrates from one body to another, how this transmigration is taking place from lower planets to higher planets, and then probably sometimes also degrade. Soul degrades, then it goes down to from higher planets to lower planets. And then there was Krishna's position as the maintainer. We heard about it, that how he is maintaining at the level of cosmos and also at the level of individual by providing us so many vegetables, sun, moon, electricity, fire, and vegetables, and so many plantations, air, and also the fire in the stomach, which is the cause of digestion of food, and of course balancing the three bath, pitta, and kapha. So this is how individual level and cosmos, how Lord is holding all the universe. He's entering into those universes and planets and making them light. They are floating in the universe. Otherwise, they would have fallen down. We discussed two analogies in this connection: holding sand in the fist, and also one was this one. So these analogies define how Krishna is holding everything in control so that they are regulated and moving in a disciplined manner. Then Krishna's position as why he's Purushottama, because he's the maintainer of all, he's the creator of all, and what appliances he possesses, nobody else does. And the three slokas of Bhagavad Gita, they summarize the Vedic knowledge and in their relation to the living entities. Thereafter, in this chapter, we are going to have three sections. There are 24 verses in this section. First section is about transcendental and demoniac qualities, that is divine and demonic. Then there are 26 qualities which are divine qualities. They are few. And then Lord Krishna takes lot of time in describing demoniac qualities because they are numerous. People are in mode of passion and ignorance, how they behaved, how they develop certain kind of tendencies. Based on tendencies, they develop certain qualities, and according to those qualities, they do certain activities. So that is described in 7 to 20 verse, and then how one can ultimately escape from all these qualities, because these qualities are basically material, and one can move to transcendence, and through transcendence to liberation, and ultimately reach Goloka Vrindavan, the abode of Lord Krishna. So this is the content of this chapter. Now, we can see in chapter, this is again summary, chapter 15, the connection between the two chapters. This is the connection which is described here, that banyan tree of material world, the modes of material nature nourish both the upper auspicious and divine branches of the tree and the lower demonic branches. So this is the quality we are going to discuss in this chapter, the demonic and divine qualities. And then extra roots of the banyan tree were also compared to the activities of living entities, some auspicious and some inauspicious. So upper branches were auspicious, and the lower branches, which are getting grounded into the earth or hanging down, they were demonic qualities. Now, chapter 16 explains the divine qualities that elevate one to the tree and leads ultimately to liberation. And by liberation, this also explains the demonic qualities in details and the mentality which drives one lower to the tree and ultimately to the hell. So this is the connection between chapter number 15 and 16. As we are proceeding from chapter 1 to 16, we can see that it is a continuity from one chapter, whatever is the end point in one chapter number, earlier chapter, that becomes the beginning point for the next. And the Arjuna, we have seen, Arjuna is so intelligent and so obedient to his Lord Krishna, that he puts such intelligent questions that is for the benefit of entire mankind, not for himself only. Actually, he is providing guidance to us. So, Richard and Mataji, you continue with 16.1 to 16.6, transcendental and demonic qualities. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. 26 godly qualities. Text 1 to 3. Lord Krishna lists 26 characteristics of saintly people, qualities that elevate one on the banyan tree and ultimately lead to liberation.
So these qualities are numbered, and each quality has a huge significance and a different meaning that what we normally comprehend. Yes, Mataji.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault-finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. Bhagavad Gita 16.1 to 3.
So this is translation of 3 verses, verse number 1, 2, and 3. These 26 qualities. Now we'll see each quality in this table, that the quality to which varna or ashram it relates in the description. Now, why varna and ashram is mentioned? Because in varna and ashram, certain attributes of brahmanas, kshatriyas, vash, and shudra are described, and regulative principles are described for all of them. They must all the shudras can upgrade from that their status to vaishya or to the level of kshatriya or even to the level of brahmanas level. So, and we know there are many people, then many acharyas in our sampradaya who belong to low caste, like Haridas Thakura. He belonged to he was not from a brahmana family. So this is how elevation takes place, and particular quality in which type of varna or ashram is dominant. That is the purpose of. So yes, Mataji, fearlessness. Please read 26.
Yes, Prabhuji. Summary of the divine qualities, Bhagavad Gita 16.1 to 3. Qualities, varna or ashram, class of society who should especially cultivate the quality and the description. First, fearlessness, abhayam, sannyasa ashrama, first quality for a sannyasi. Complete dependence on Supreme's Lord mercy, has to be alone without guarantee of support, convinced that Paramatma will give all protection to the surrendered soul.
Thank you, Mataji. So
Second,
now, first is fearless, abhayam. In fact, it is described for sannyasis only. But we as a devotee should also be fearless, because we should have firm faith that Krishna is our protector. He is the only person who is our recluse, who will give us shelter, and he will give protection from all kind of harms or all kind of difficulties. This kind of unflinching faith develops. When this faith develops, then one becomes fearless, because then he is not affected by any adversities or adverse conditions. He knows that Krishna is the protector. His mercy will fall upon me and he will protect me from all kind of ills. So abhayam, basically it is first quality of sannyas ashram, but of a sannyasi. We know that these are fourth ashram is sannyas. So not only for sannyas, for devotees also, whether they are in grahastha ashrama or they are brahmachari. So abhayam is the first quality. Yes, Mataji.
purification of one's existence. Sattva Sachodhyu, sannyasi. Strictly following rules and regulations, especially forbidden intimate association with women. Example, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was personally very strict. And example, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu punishing Chota Haridas.
Yes, Mataji. So purification of one's existence. One's existence is purification levels takes place at 2 levels. One is internal purification and the other is purification of the external existence. External, we know, brushing, combing our hair, taking bath, putting on clean dress daily before puja, and all those things are external purification. And internal purification means chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is internal purification. So here mentioned is in relation to the following of the 4 regulative principles also. We know all those four regulatory principles, and that is not only for sannyasi, it is for essential for each kind of varna, whether one is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, or Vaishya. He has to follow regulatory principle as per prescriptions, as prescribed in the Vedic literature for a particular varna, or even ashrama also. Yes, Mataji, cultivation of knowledge.
Cultivation of knowledge, Gyan Yoga, Vyavashthitu, Sannyasa Ashram. Duty of a sannyasi must cultivate and give transcendental knowledge, especially to householders. Humility begs from door to awaken Krishna consciousness for others.
So that's this cultivation of knowledge, Gyan Yoga Vyavasthitu, that is not only for sannyasi. If we will remember the 9 qualities of 9 duties of a Brahmana, then this is one duty of a Brahmana also. In a Brahman Varn, this is a duty that he should study Vedic literature and he should propagate the name of Lord and his form, attributes and the pastimes among the ignorant people or the other sections of society. So this is duty of sannyasi as well as a Brahmana to educate others in religious matters. And we know that Viksha means whenever there is some kind of sannyasi is coming to the door of a, ideally the sannyasi takes Viksha or say bhojan only from one house, and whatever quantity, whatever is given, he returns back to his place of solitude and there does his meditation. So that Viksha is not giving of food only. He has come to the household for awakening Krishna consciousness within the mind of. So what happens? The person immediately seeing a sannyasi in an orange robe, pays respect to him, offers some kind of oblations or some kind of obeisances and offers food as a token. And thereby a feeling of compassion and mercy and also some kind of charity develops in it. And this fine quality of charity means awakening of Krishna consciousness. Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Next.
yes, Prabhuji. Charity, Danam. Grasta. Charity given in the mode of goodness, right time, place, and person. Spend 50% of their income to propagate Krishna consciousness. Charity in passion and ignorance is a waste of time.
Thank you, Mataji. So, Grahastha, person in this kind of ashrama, the second level of ashrama, they are people who are working to earn something. Sannyasis do not work for, because they have given up all material connection. So they are not doing any kind of job for earning their livelihood or food. So it is the duty of Grahastha that charity should be given by a grahastha as a mark of duty, not out of some consideration of some daya or mercy for others or poor or needy. So this is a wrong feeling. It is a duty of grahastha to do charity or give something in dhan. So that is dhanam, that is the importance of charity. And the persons who are working in mode of passion or mode of ignorance, they do charity for their self-propagation, for their self-esteem and prestige. They have a pride, a sense of pride that we possess so much we can give to others. That is not the right concept of charity. The right concept of charity is that it is our duty to share our belongings with others, maybe money, maybe food, or any other kind of thing. Yes, Mataji.
Fifth, self-control, that is dhamma. All, especially grasta. Especially sex life should be used only for propagating Krishna conscious children.
Yeah,
Reference Bhagvat
yeah,
7.11.
this we have already heard or read in 7.11 that the sex and should not be for self-enjoyment between husband and wife. It should be for propagation, for producing a child who is Krishna consciousness, and it should not be for self-sense gratification. And it should be regulated, not for, as I mentioned, for self-enjoyment. So this is called Dhamma or the self-control. And self-control means also control of senses and mind. That is, of course, part of this Dhamma. Yes, Mataji.
Sixth, sacrifice, yajna, grhastha, requires material sources, Agni Hotri Yagna, therefore, especially for grhasthas. Sankirtan Yagna is the best, most inexpensive, anyone can do, no qualification required, highest benefit.
So sacrifice is not always of dravya or money. Sacrifice is not only performing of certain kind of yajna. Naam yajna or the Sankirtana movement or the japa of holy name of Lord Krishna, Mahamantra, that is also a sacrifice, one of the supreme sacrifice, because everybody can do it. No time, place, no money, nothing is involved. Only self-control and unflinching faith in Krishna is required. Yes, Mataji, Vedic study.
Seventh, Vedic study, Swadhyas, Brahmachari, student life. Recommendation for brahmacharis is celibacy and engagement of mind in the study of Vedic literatures.
So Vedic study is recommended for all kind of people, but especially for brahmacharis, because their duty is to study Vedas and explain Vedas to the ignorant people or other section of society. So for devotee also, knowledge of Vedic injunctions, we can follow regulative principles, we can follow Vedic injunctions only when we know them. So that is why Swadhyaya. This is also a kind of yajna. Swadhyaya is also kind of yajna like Hari Kirtan, Hari Sankirtana yajna. And then this is also a yajna, austerity.
Austerity, tapaha, all, especially vanaprastha. Human life and therefore Vedic culture is meant for liberation. For that, tapasya is a must. One must retire after household life, approximately 50 years of age. Austerity can be of a body, mind, and tongue. Refutes show bottle spiritualist who says that there is no need of austerity in life and one can go on speculating. Such philosophy attracts many followers.
So austerity means tapa. Tapa, we know there are four ashrama: brahmacharya, grahast, vanaprasth, and ultimately sannyas. So one grahast means when one has completed his social obligations, marriage, education, marriage of children, everybody is settled well. Thereafter, one should take to vanaprastha, and from vanaprastha to sannyas. So this in vanaprastha state, what people, husband and wife do, they go to pilgrimages, they visit holy places, they do stay there, do worship and puja and all kind of sacrifice. They also perform yajna there. So this kind of tapa is recommended for this. This is the eighth divine quality which should be practiced by people in Vanprastha. Yes, Mataji.
Simplicity, arjavam, all, simple and straightforward.
Yes, next, please continue. I will not explain.
Non-violence, ahimsa, all. Non-violence implies not taking progressive life of any living entity.
Yeah, this is very
Truthfulness,
important. Non-violence means, non-violence does not mean only not killing some living entity. It means mansa, vacha, karmana, through any modes. If we are hurting somebody, that is also called violence. If we are abusing somebody through our words, that is, if we are causing some mental pain to somebody, it is also violence. And if, of course, actions also become violent. So we have to take care from all our words, our actions, and our mind, any thoughts, they should not be causing any kind of harm to anybody. That is non-violence or ahimsa. Yes, Mataji.
truthfulness, satyam, all. Not distort the truth for some personal interest, especially Vedic instructions. Example, misinterpreted Bhagavad Gita commentaries. Process of understanding Vedas, one must hear from authority. Shruti.
Truthfulness. Truthfulness, in fact, truthfulness means be truthful to what Vedic injunctions and what Srimad Bhagavatam and what Bhagavad Gita or our scriptures say. one has to not do any interpretation on his own or speculate or philosophical speculation or imagination. That is not permitted. Truthfulness means being truthful to what the injunctions of Vedas and scriptures say. Yes, Mataji. Freedom from anger.
Freedom from anger, akrodha, all. Even if there is provocation, one should be tolerant. Anger pollutes the whole body. Anger is product of passion and lust.
Yes, Mataji. Continue, please.
Renunciation, tyaga, all. Using things properly, that is in Krishna's service. Tranquility, santir, all. Unaffected by disturbing emotions, peaceful, equipoised. Aversion to fault finding, apashunam, all. To call a thief is okay, but no unnecessary fault finding or correction. Compassion for all living entities, daya, all. Gives spiritual knowledge. Prasadam, books, holy name. Freedom of covetousness, alo luptuvam, all. Covetousness, greedy, charity and renunciation. Gentleness, mardvam, all. Friendliness to all living entities. Modesty, rare, all. Do not perform abominable actions and can be very modest. Steady determination, akapalam, all. Not agitated or frustrated in his efforts, regardless of failure. Progress with patience and determination. Vigor, teja, kshatriyas, able to give protection to those who need it, not pose non-violent, but use violence when needed.
So these qualities are for all, irrespective of their varna or ashrama. Freedom from anger. We know that when there is krodha, then the anger results into our delusion and the loss of memory, and result is we fall down again. So anger is worst thing. Renunciation, tyaga means there are two kinds of tyaga. We know that one was Falgu tyaga and Falgu vairagya. And so Falgu vairagya, it is superficial vairagya. So Falgu is a river in Bodh Gaya where the water is very shallow. So that tyag or vairagya is shallow. That means mind still keeps on wandering over those material objects for which have been forsaken by a person. So we should not have Falgu Vairagya. So, but we should use all material objects in the service of Krishna, as Srila Prabhupada used to do. He traveled, he used dictaphone for dictations, he used microphone for speaking, he used aircraft for traveling or cars for traveling from one place to another. So Tyaga means not for self-enjoyment, but for associated with Krishna's service. That is, we have to dovetail all our activities, all our resources in the service of Krishna. That is real Tyaga. Then tranquility, one has to be, in fact, stable in nature and should be quiet. Then fault finding, this is a very common human tendency. We keep on looking for faults in others. So that is a degrading quality if one does so. So one has to be aversion, he should be free from fault finding. He should be merciful to all, that is daya. Then freedom from covetousness means false prestige, expecting respect from others or desiring honor without deserving. Expecting honors from others or respect of others, that is called covetousness. And then gentleness, modesty, steady determination, achapalam, and vigor. We all of know these meanings. Yes, Mataji.
Forgiveness, Shama, all, especially Kshatriyas, forgive minor offenses of others. When one is able to curb down his enemies, he may under certain conditions show forgiveness. Fortitude, Dritha, all. Mental and emotional strength when facing difficult situations. Cleanliness.
Yes, just a minute, Mataji. So we see these three qualities: vigor, teja, then shama, and dhrit or fortitude. They are especially for Kshatriya. And Krishna is talking to Arjuna, who is a Kshatriya. and he is in the battlefield. We remember from in chapter 1, he refused to fight because though he was a Kshatriya and it was his duty to fight for the right cause, fight for the dharma, fight for evil, fight against evil, and also give protection to pious persons, the persons who are saintly or sages. So he had forgotten that quality and he was bewildered. His memory, his intellect was bewildered and he didn't want to fight. So Krishna has specifically mentioned that Teja, able to give protection to those who need it, not pose non-violent when, but use violence when needed. And that is a quality of Kshatriya, to kill the enemy, to rule with in a just manner, to protect the weak persons. That is the quality of Kshatriya. Then Shama, so the Chama means the minor offenses to the others, but the Kauravas had done major offenses and they had done so much dharmic activities. Fortitude means especially mental strength, because mentally and emotionally he was shattered in the battlefield. He didn't want to kill Drona, Bhishma Pitame, or his cousins, his friends, and the other soldiers. So fortitude is required. So Krishna is especially reminding by mentioning these qualities that it is essential that you should have these quality and fight here. Yes, Mataji, cleanliness, Shaucham.
Cleanliness, Shaucham, all, especially Vaishyas, internal, mind and heart, external, body, and in dealing with others. No black market or underhanded dealings. Freedom
Yes.
from
Yeah, please continue.
Atroho, all. No resentful for of another. Freedom from the passion for honor. Nati manita, all, especially Shudras, must respect others. One should not be puffed up with unnecessary prestige and honor, but remain in one's own status.
Thank you, Mataji. So these are 26 qualities which are labeled as transcendental or rather divine. And based on Varna Ashrama, they have been classified in this table. And Lord Krishna is especially telling all these qualities. And he will assure also Arjuna that you possess all these divine qualities. Why? We'll come to it. So these are divine qualities, 26. And if we were to put, anybody can just give an idea, if we were to prioritize these qualities, say from our point of view, what is the first quality you would like to place out of these 26? We have these qualities. What do you think is most important quality? Anyone can give an opinion.
Prabhuji, from my understanding, there are some qualities which I myself I have to work upon. So this is a learning for me that these are the qualities which should not, which actually are the divine qualities, and one should possess that. So the qualities which are missing in me, I will definitely work on those and will try to reach.
Thank
Uh,
you. Thank you, Mataji.
uh,
It's a very nice observation or self-analysis. Thank you, Mataji. In fact, these qualities have been prioritized already. Fearlessness. Just take for we are always tense, anxious. Because we are anxious because we do not have faith in Krishna, that he is our protector, his mercy will protect us. So these qualities have been already put in that priority order. So everybody has to be fearless because Krishna is our protector. Krishna is with me. He will not let any harm fall upon me, or there shall be no hurt, or whatever he is doing. Even if bad things happen, a devotee who is fearless takes it as prasadam of Lord and says, probably it is my own fault, probably it is for my own betterment. So fearlessness is the first quality. Fearlessness comes when there is faith in Krishna. So, so nice of you, Mataji, to have those sentiments. In fact, all of us have to uh, do self-introspection and find out what we are lacking. And most of the qualities we are lacking, in fact. So we have to learn from these qualities himself. Yes, Mataji, please continue. So verse number 4.
Yes, Prabhuji. Dambho darpo bhimanascha krodha parushayam evacha ajnanam chabhi jatasya partha sampadam asurim. Arrogance, pride, anger, conceit, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, O son of Partha.
So in this picture, can you describe, Mataji, what is happening?
Um, there are some people who are eating on a table, and an elephant came, maybe looking for food, but the elephant is being treated in a very resentful way. He's being dragged or pushed away.
Thank you, Mataji. So in fact, this elephant represents arrogance and pride. In fact, these people are seated quietly. They are not harming anybody. But elephant is very proud of his strength. He wants to show his strength, and as example, he wants to hit those persons. So he is proud of his strength. He is arrogant. That is why he is behaving this manner. We are also doing something same with sometimes in certain situations, same kind of behavior. So dambho, that is arrogance, pride, darpo, anger, conceit. He wants to show the elephant wants to show his strength. That is part of his conceit. He's full of pride that I am very strong. So, and he wants to be respected by these people. Harshness and ignorance, these qualities belong to those of demonic. So Lord Krishna, from verse number 4 onwards, is describing, after describing divine qualities, these demonic qualities. Mataji, you read this one?
Prabhuji, I
Chanda, yeah.
want to,
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu, the same picture, I want to say other view. Okay, an animal, he don't have that discrimination quality that what he is going to attempt is correct or right or wrong. But the people who are sitting there, they have the smart mind, they have the discrimination mind, that they can analyze that, okay, elephant is coming towards me, I need to take care of myself. Instead of getting up, they are just sitting quietly. They should leave the place, because after all, elephant is an animal, right? An animal, we can't expect that he will understand that I am quietly sitting.
Yeah,
So that is also proud of oneself, that we will sit here, the elephant will take care.
Yes, Mataji, your interpretation is partly correct also, but let us have another aspect also. What Mataji said, there is third dimension. Now, when you are working in your workplace, let us take an example. We are employed somewhere, we have got working environment. There are people around us. Sometimes you are doing your duty very nicely. You are doing very punctual. You do finish your job in a particular day. But there are people by your side, who want to provoke you, who are not working, who want to show to the boss that they are very, very intelligent. They have done a lot of work, and they are entering into other kind of practices. They would like to harm you. So,
Yes, Prabhuji,
so
correct.
this is what is happening here. The person sitting on the table having some snacks, they do not expect that anyone should come and hit them. Of course, there had been a lion or something, they would have run away. But elephant is a gentle element, gentle animal. In fact, it is not supposed to hit. But normally it does not hit. You can go and feed an elephant. But out of this pride and arrogance, proud of his strength, he's showing that people should get scared of me. So this behavior of elephant is not desirable. So this is what is happening with us in our day-to-day life also. People are unnecessarily provoking us, hitting us, insulting us, humiliating us in many aspects. They want to go ahead of us, though they don't deserve. So this kind of quality is in fact demonic nature. This is what Krishna is mentioning. And
Yes,
Mataji, read this one, then Chanda Mataji will take over. Yeah,
Yes,
Mataji, please
Prabhuji.
continue.
Devi Sampadi Mokshaya Nibandaya Suri Mata Masucha Sampadam Devam Abhijatosi Pandava. The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demonic qualities make for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine qualities.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Now Krishna is telling Arjuna that, "O son of Pandu, you are born with divine qualities." Why Krishna is saying that you are born of divine qualities? Because Arjuna has the intelligence to decide what is wrong, what is right. That is, he knows the pros and cons of his actions, and that is why he refused to fight. Because though he was in a bewildered state at that state, while he thought that I should not fight, I should not kill my elders. So that was a different story. But because he has a vivek, he has got discrimination, power of discrimination, what is right, what is wrong. And secondly, also, Arjuna is a devotee of Krishna. He's a not only friend, but a surrendered soul unto Krishna. And he follows the regulatory principles. He knows the duties of Kshatriya very well. He knows the Varna Ashrama qualities and their obligations also. So Krishna is assuring Arjuna that you possess divine qualities. Don't be bewildered in this battlefield. Do your duty as Kshatriya because you possess divine qualities. And divine qualities are conducive to liberation. That means you perform that, and you will remember in second chapter, Krishna said that if you win, then you enjoy the opulence of your kingdom of Hastinapur. And if you die or get killed in the battlefield fighting your enemy, then you go to heavenly planets. So Krishna, that is also both ways, Arjuna is going to liberate it. So this is what Krishna is mentioning, that you do not possess demonic qualities. What I am describing now after 26 divine qualities, they are demonic qualities, and you are divine. So you possess all divine or good qualities. So yes, Chanda Mataji, thereafter Swayam Prabha Mataji. Chanda Mataji, you can continue. I think she is not able to unmute herself. Swayam Prabha Mataji, if you are there, please continue.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
The divine and demonic natures, transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation. Demonic qualities lead to bondage. Lord Krishna encourages Arjuna that he is born of saintly qualities and his fighting is not demonic. On what basis Krishna considers that Arjuna is born of saintly qualities and his fighting is not demonic? Since Arjuna considers the pros and cons, to perform the regulative principles of different orders of life is transcendental action. Kshatriya shooting arrows at the enemy is considered transcendental, and not doing so is demoniac.
So this is a pictorial summary of what the earlier verse we had. Then, as I mentioned, Krishna assures Arjuna that you have possessed transcendental qualities or divine qualities. Firstly, because you have a power of discrimination. You know, you are intelligent. You have a mental discriminatory power. That what is wrong, what is right, what should be done, or what should not be done. Another word for what should be done and what should not be done in reference to religiosity is pravritti and nivritti. We'll probably come to it. So secondly, he follows the regulative principles according to his varna ashrama, though he is slightly disturbed in between seeing all those close relatives in the battlefield. But and regulative principle besides four regulative principles, the regulative principle here for Kshatriya also apply. And for Kshatriya, it was to kill the enemy, to fight for just cause, to kill the enemy, to rule, to give protection. These are the virtues of. So we know that there are 9 qualities of Brahmana, 5 qualities of Kshatriya, 3 qualities for Vaishya, and 2 qualities for Shudra, or probably 1 quality for Shudra only. So yes, Mataji, 16.6.
Dvau bhutasargau lokesmin daivasura eva cha daivo vistarascha prokta asuram partha me shrunu. O son of Prutha, in this world there are 2 kinds of created beings. One is called the divine and the other demonic. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. Now hear from me of the demoniac.
So please note these words, now hear from me. asuram daiva asura vichar daivo vistarsha prokta asuram pratha me shunu. Me shunu, Krishna always emphasizes. Now I declare, now listen to me, and now hear from me. So this is a message for each of us also, that he is addressing us. Let us take it like this. And you can see in the picture, there are two category of people. There were one on the left hand side, so those who are devotees and who possess divine qualities, they are worshipping. And also on the other side, you see the demonic people, they are engaged in all kind of lust and all kind of false prestige and honor, and they're even killing. And so all these are demonic qualities. So this is a pictorial description. Yes, Mataji, verse number 6.
Text 6. Two kinds of created beings, divine and demonic. There are two kinds of,
Yes, Mataji.
there are two kinds of created beings, divine, demoniac, demons. Both demigods and demons are born of Prajapati. What is the difference between the divine and the demoniac? Obedience to the regulative principles of scriptures.
Yes, Mataji. So how these qualities develop, in fact. Soul is transcendental, soul is pure and pristine, clear, unattached to, but as soon as it comes in contact with certain kind of material nature, the association results into a contamination or binding of soul with that particular mode. And when there is a particular mode, person starts behaving or acting in that particular compulsively under the influence of that particular mode, and that particular mode defines what kind of activities are, whether they are divine or they are demoniac in nature. As I mentioned just now, that the persons who are in mode of goodness, their activities are divine in nature. And those who are in mode of passion and ignorance, their activities are of the demoniac nature. So this is a summary. Now second section begins. Yes, Mataji. Second section deals with the demoniac. As I mentioned, Lord Krishna is describing in detail after assuring Arjuna that you possess divine qualities or you are from divine background. Then verse number 7 to 20, please mute yourself. No background noise. Then demonic nature is being described in these so many verses. That is about 16 verses he's going to talk. Yes, Mataji.
Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidurasuraha na shaucham napi chacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So how do these demonic qualities develop in a particular, or how do they develop? They are divine in certain persons, because it depends on basically the choice of the soul. The soul, whether it wants to act in the mode of goodness or it wants to act in the mode of ignorance and passion. So that determines what kind of quality one is going to possess. So it is a choice of soul, whether we are for Krishna, or we are against Krishna. If we are for Krishna, then we possess divine qualities. And if we are against Krishna, we possess demonic qualities. So, and that is why in that inverted tree, detachment was important, because one has to get detached from those demonic qualities and rise to goodness, and from goodness to transcendence or sattva state, that is Vishnu state, and that becomes transcendental state, that is sattva guna, not only sadguna, but it is to rise of the satguna or mode of goodness. So it is choice of the soul basically, and what soul wants to become. So based on that, the material mode of nature dominates, and accordingly activities or qualities based are. But the materialist and impersonalist, they do not consider mode of goodness. They want to enjoy. Materialists, they want to enjoy themselves. They want to do sense gratification for self. And whereas the impersonalists, they have no knowledge of soul. They do not have knowledge that Krishna is a person, that for them, the material world does not exist. They say, Mayavati said that Jagat Mithya, Brahma Satya, Jagat Mithya. Now, how could this Jagat universe created, material world created by Lord could be Mithya? Because it is a creation of Lord, and Lord cannot create anything which is Mithya or false. So this is the concept which is in the background of developing divine or demonic qualities. Yes, Mataji. Verse 7.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Regarding this, can I just ask you one
Yes,
clarification,
yes,
Prabhuji?
yes, Mataji.
You said divine and then demonic qualities. It is the soul which chooses,
Yes, Mataji.
right?
Yes,
But,
Mataji.
that means it is not connected to karma theory.
No, Mataji, now we have to go back slightly ahead of existence of soul. The soul, we know, carries certain impressions of previous life, previous actions, the karma theory you mentioned. So that what activities we did in a previous life and what intense propensity at the time of leaving present body we had, based on that, the soul has carrying certain impressions. Now, Bij Prata Prata, Lord Krishna has a glance over this soul, what its desires are. Accordingly, the material nature fashions certain kind of form of body for that individual. And that now at this stage also soul is pure in a pristine, clear, pure transcendental form, because it is part and parcel of Lord Krishna. But when the child grows and the individual comes in contact with three modes of material nature, now the dormant tendencies or pravrittis or nivrittis are already there in the soul. So when it comes in association with material nature, immediately those mode of material nature contaminate the soul and take control over the vivek or the soul of that person. So at this stage, what soul desires? It desires it is for Krishna or against Krishna, based on that mode which has developed by coming in contact with three modes of material nature. So this is how things are happening. It is a interrelated cycle. Everything is totally interrelated. So that is why Lord Krishna says that whatever you think at the time of death, yam yam vapi smaran bhavo, one who remembers me at the time of attains my abode. This is what Krishna has said. So one has to be very, very cautious during lifetime when he is performing certain activities of karma, and especially at the time of death or leaving this body. So this is how the soul is acting. Soul is conditioned. It is contaminated with three modes of material nature. That is why soul desires whether I should work for Krishna. A person in passion and ignorance does not work for Krishna, is against Krishna. Like materialists, Brahmavadis and atheists, these people are of demonic nature people, they are against Krishna. And those who are divine, who are in mode of goodness, they are divine, they have possessed divine qualities. Is that okay, Mataji? Am I able to give your answer to your question?
Yeah, we had understood that soul doesn't have feelings and then no pain,
Yes,
nothing
does not.
it
You are
feels.
right, Mataji, you are right. But it becomes conditioned when it comes within the mode of material nature. Satguru,
Okay.
Rajoguru, as soon as these develop, when we come in contact with material nature, we develop these qualities. We become contaminated, but still the soul remains pristine, clear. Because soul is not affected by anything, but it becomes bound. And I told you also in earlier classes that uh, we act compulsively under the direction of this mode of material nature. Compulsively, because we are forced to do it. We don't know that our Vivek says, or our discrimination, power of discrimination says that we should not do it, yet we do it. We know getting up early in the morning is required because as a devotee we have to attend that arti, that Mangala arti. But that Maya says that, oh, the mode of passion says that, oh, why not sleep for 5 minutes more? We'll attend tomorrow. Why not watch on YouTube? So we are forced to do certain things, but the soul itself is not. It is bound by the rope of these three modes of material nature. Is it clear, Mataji?
Okay, okay. That's what I also watch Aarti on YouTube, Prabhuji.
No, no, no.
It pricked me
No,
when
it
you said
depends.
that.
The temple permits you. You are watching it, doing it, Aarti at home. You watch in YouTube. You are in the temple, or you are watching on Zoom link, whatever it is. But at least you are
Oh,
watching. You have the urge to do something. Huh? So
yeah, yeah.
that is part of your.
So now, yeah, now we sometimes we crave for some good food and we get satisfied eating that. So that means the soul is getting satisfied or the
Our
person,
desires,
body is getting satisfied.
our desires are dominating over our intelligence, Mataji. Our
Okay.
desires, there are six elements
We
which
talk
destroy
them
one.
for the Indriya Tripti,
Yeah, in
right,
the
In
Prabhuji?
the
yes, you are right. With sense gratification. In fact, there are six things which destroy your pure devotion. Uh, those are Vacho Begam, Manasa Krodh Begam, Jivha Udaro Pasta Begam. Jiva Begam, and if we have urge to speak. We have urge to speak nonsense things. We have urge to speak non-Krishna things. Jiva Begam, then Manaso, then the urges of mind. Krodha Begam, the urge of anger and being angry. Jiva Begam, Manaso, Krodha Begam, Jiva Begam, the Jiva Begam, the urge to eat good food. That is what you just now said. Jiva Begam, Udaro Pasta Begam, Udar, that the urges of belly and urges of our genitals. So these six urges, Shradavir Bhakti Binashati, these are six items, these six urges which destroy our bhakti or devotion. This is from Nectar of Instruction. This is verse number 1. So I just now, so nice of you to mention these points. In fact, they are demonic qualities. That is why Dhamma or control over self senses is a divine quality. So one has to control, exercise a divine quality to control these urges, six urges. So that is what is meant. So it is going to be, Mataji, 56. We are left with 4 minutes. So we will end here at verse number 7. You can see the picture, and they are celebrating, they are ignorant, they do not know what is pravritti, what should be done and what should not be done, what is nivritti. Na nivritti cha jana na vidur asura. Vidur, the asura, the person with demonic qualities, they do not know what should be done. Na socham, they don't have care for cleanliness for internal and external. Napi cha charo, neither cleanness nor proper. What is char or char? That is what is proper behavior, what is not proper. Na satyam teshu vidyate. They do not know truth. So this is a stage of ignorance. So we'll end here, in fact, Mataji, and I'm posting the attendance link. If there is any quick question, then
yeah, I think we also should, I mean, after listening and discussing with you, I feel I too should change in certain aspects, controlling Prabhuji. I
yeah.
was thinking I'm into divinity and doing this, but now after discussing, I think there are one or two weaknesses which I had to
Sure,
come
sure.
out of.
So nice
Yeah,
of you, Mataji, to
thank you.
in fact, that is the purpose of this class. We have to reform ourselves. We have to do introspection. We have to find out our weaknesses and areas of where we are lacking, what is hindering us in progressing in the spiritual path. So that is a good concept, and I hope everyone, all of us, have suffering from so many diseases. Those demonic nature sometimes becomes prominent because we are in mode of passion or ignorance most of the time. So goodness prevails only during when we are, and it is Brahma Muhurti, we are thinking of Krishna, worshipping and focusing on our own energy and senses and doing service. So we, all of us, like, now not Mataji, it is nice that everybody has that concept that we should look for our weaknesses and our nature, analyze those things and improve. That is the path of spiritual progress. Thank you, Mataji, so much. So
So
attendance
true.
link is posted. Please sign your attendance. We'll have to end here. And Riya Mataji, you can say the closing prayer before we close down. And she's not able to.
May I, Prabhu?
Yeah, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
So thank you very much, Prabhuji and Mataji, for joining today's class and accept my Hare Krishna and Dandavat Pranam to all of you. Thank you very much.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
धन्यवाद।
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat.
Thank you, Mataji, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dhanyavad. I
Thank you.
think I took few minutes of yours. I'm sorry, Prabhuji.
No
I
problem.
wanted the
No,
clarification.
it is
So
okay. That is how we can make progress. The small things are causing so much of big impediments or hindrances in our progress. We have to analyze ourselves. It is a very nice,
yes,
positive
true,
approach.
true.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare
Dhanyavad.
Krishna, all of you.